Alright guys, so a couple days have passed since the last time I was able to work on this. I went out to Andy's house to help him do some work on his Nova. Anyway, so that kind of got in the way of this. So tonight I've got help coming over. We're going to pull this motor on this car because I'm tired of thinking about it, tired of looking at it, tired of messing with it. We're going to do it, okay? So that's what's going to happen. I got a couple guys coming over. We're going to pluck this thing out. Hopefully not smash my windshield, not smash my cowl, not smash my radiator, or the, what is that, trans cooler. Try to not smash any of that, okay? So we need to get this done tonight so I can move on and continue on doing what needs to be done. Get the car rolled up a little bit. Once that's done, get it cleaned out, and get the area cleaned out so I can get back under there and put it back in, put the new one back in. So anyway, yeah, follow along. I'm gonna do a little bit of work till they get here, and I'll see you guys in just a minute.
Days later.
All right, so basically what we have going on here, the audio, for whatever reason, did not pick up for this segment. So it's basically Rich and I, we are pulling the engine out of the car at this point. We're still trying to figure out what all is still connected because it's still giving us a little bit of a trouble. Getting you guys out of the way there. There we go. It sits right there. So yeah, see, we're trying to move it. It's loose. So apparently, we slid up under there and grabbed the 3 torque converter bolts. We were planning on just pulling the torque converter out with the engine, but really that's not really the correct way. So we went ahead and did it the correct way and just pulled the torque converter bolts. Rich, he's over there pointing at some stuff, and that large stick of wood, that is a Rolls-Royce approved engine leveling board. As you can see, it's not really working because the engine is still sitting kind of cattywampus. But yeah, this has got to be probably, it's not, I don't want to say it's like the worst engine pull. I'm sure there's some out there that are worse, but with the tools that we have and the space that we have, it's kind of difficult, just because, well, there's a lot going on with this car as far as your hydraulics go and your electrics and all this other stuff that is hooked up to this engine. Um, so we got it out really with not a lot of problem. Um, I've got the new engine, the one that's getting ready to go in. It's already back together, and you guys will see that in the next video. I'm working on editing that, and I think that's probably going to come out next week. We'll be getting that motor back into the car sometime this week, and then yeah, got a lot going on, a lot to do, but having that new motor here already and in the condition it's in, I've fixed some things that need to be fixed. I've swapped stuff over, like exhaust manifold and intake manifold, ring gear, bolts, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that we've moved over, but it's ready to go. So here, what I'm doing there is I'm taking off a bolt that is holding a bracket on that's holding the electrical, uh, the wiring harness to the back of the engine block. There was one on the other side that was holding the fuel on. Yeah, once we were able to pull our head out and kind of figure out what we were doing, again, step back and do it, and just really just needed to get it done. I think what I was doing was I was trying to hurry through it, trying to take some shortcuts. While on this, you can't really take shortcuts, as seen here. I would have had this out sooner if I'd have just gone ahead and just pulled the torque converter bolts. Made it a lot easier because once we got those out, that engine popped right up. So last time I put this motor in, it took me about 9 months. From the time I got the old motor out, got the new motor in, got it running and driving, was about 9 months. And because that's really, honestly, I had no idea what it was I was doing. It was just really, it was really trying. I learned a lot with it. Luckily, I learned a lot and retained it in order to do this here in the time that we did it. Yeah, so come to find out, can't take the transmission out with the engine. I might still drop the transmission just to clean it, but I don't know. Probably not. Really don't feel like hassling that thing back up into the car. So I'll just give it a wipe down with a dirty rag here after a while. It looks like we're getting ready to actually bring the motor up out of the car. Here we go. There she comes. There she comes. She's coming up. So the cool thing is the motor that's going in, it came out of a 79 Silver Wraith 2. Rolls-Royce actually used this engine block, this design, from like 1959 or 1960 up until the end of the Silver Spirit, Silver Spur era, the SZ motor cars, the SZ motor cars. So every bolt has a place, whether you're pulling the motor out of a car from 1960 or 1998. You can move stuff all around on these cars. It's wild how much they cross each other. It's beyond me how similar their engine blocks are. Now I will say though that some of the internals are different because the timing is different. Say from, this is a Mark I Silver Spur, so it's a 1982 to 1985 Silver Spur. So they have one set of timing directions. 86 and up has a different set, and then you've got like 91 or 92 to the end. It's a different firing order. Well, that's what I'm trying to say, firing order. So yeah, it's really cool. But so with that being said, I need to find the firing order for a 79 Wraith so I can set the timing on it. Yeah, it's It's not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, the reason why this one here is coming out, for those of you that are just kind of joining us now on the channel, is because this one here that we're pulling out has a spun bearing, which sucks because I paid like $3,000 for this motor back in 2020. No, 2019. And I only was able to drive it just a little bit because of fuel issues and timing issues. It's just it was a whole thing. But once I got all of that squared away and swapped over to the carburetor setup from the Wraith engine, it decided it was going to run for a little bit and then spun a bearing. I don't know why. It had oil pressure, but it just, I don't know, it just did. So anyway, that's where we are here with this. I'm going to go ahead and stop talking for a little bit, probably throw on some music, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, there we go. That has got to be the most awful engine swap, engine change, engine pull, whatever you want to call it, ever in the history of ever.
I agree.
Oh my gosh, guys, 3 days worth of trying to figure out what's still attached, what's going on, why is it binding, what's this, what's that. But here we are. We finally have the engine out. Now I can start pulling the old engine apart, putting the new engine together, and hopefully get this thing back together. That is the plan. That's what we're gonna do. But I need to get that engine out of the way, or I'll probably just pressure wash it in here. No, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna pull it, slide the car up to the door, and go to town on it at some point. Anyway, so that's it. That's going to do it for this episode of the Home Chrome. I'm kind of like Pat, and that's Rich over there.
Hola.
Huge shout out to him for coming out, 3 days, 2 days, however many days it was, whatever it was worth it. Huge shout out to him. Thanks for the help, buddy. I appreciate that.
Anytime, my friend.
And then, of course, huge shout out to Richard for the, hey man, I'm coming by to get tools, and then I just go get tools. And yeah, I couldn't ask for a better group of guys. And of course, shout out to Andy, because he came out here and he did what he could to help us out. So anyway, for all of you that subscribe to the Home Chrome, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.